Welcome back to our third hour, Citizen Extra. We continue to track the politics for you. We're just going to quickly return to the nominations exercise, and joining me now is aspirant Canisius Meso. He is running in Dagoretti North. He's an MP aspirant on a Jubilee party ticket, and also Mohammed Isaac, who's an aspirant running in Mandera South on an Economic Freedom Party ticket. I believe this is one of the parties that is affiliated or cozy with the Jubilee Party, and he has also been endorsed by the Council of Governors Council of Elders, I beg your pardon, the Council of Elders in Mandera, and you're both welcome to the program. Let me begin with you, Canisius. Seeing as you're vying on a Jubilee party with nominations slated for Friday, how confident are you that the party is in a position to carry out a free and fair exercise?
Anne, I as Meso, you having said that my brother from Mandera have been endorsed by Council of Elders, Meso is fully endorsed by Luya and Kikuyu community, and we had that Luya Kikuyu Unity Party together in Kaongware Primary School, which was a very big event. One thing we need to understand that Dagoretti North is in opposition, where we are here. Even you yourself, you are in opposition. Are you confident that Jubilee can carry out a free nomination? Wait, State House is in opposition. So the Luya people who made State House to be in opposition, they have said, with the Meso, we are fully behind Jubilee and President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Therefore, it's purely, we are going to make it and Jubilee shall win. President Uhuru Kenyatta shall win. Canisius, let me just be clear. Canisius, you will need to listen to me. Yes. The question is this: whether you feel your political party is in a position to carry out free and fair nominations. This is not a campaign speech. So please address my question. It is. We believe in democracy, and that's the way our party leader stated clearly that he shall not interfere with the nominations. And I am very confident, because I have the numbers and I have the ground, Jubilee party nominations shall be free and fair, and the people will. Are you in conformity with the party's regulations? We understand campaigning should be done by close of business today, and accreditation of party agents also by the end of this day. Is this something that you've done, and how confident are you that the party will be able to police this for the vast number of aspirants who are eyeing its ticket across the country? You know, we were all given party regulations, and we are in conformity. We do understand and believe that our party nomination shall be free and fair, and as it stated that we shall all complete our campaigns as of today. Okay? From tomorrow, no aspirant shall be on the ground campaigning, and that one we concur with the same, to give our party officials their time to complete the exercise, which is commenced on Friday, which is 21st. All right, Mohammed, let me come to you, because you are in you're vying in an interesting county in Mandera South, part of the country where the elders have a major say in how politics is run. And seeing as you are the one who's been endorsed by the Mandera South elders, are you taking part in any nominations exercise, or for you is this as good as done?
Thank you very much, Anne, for having me. Actually, I would like to correct you and say that I was endorsed by Council of Elders at national level, not Mandera South Council of Elders. In our case, Economic Freedom Party, I would like to tell you that we are not going for any nomination exercise. It is done. Actually, we are waiting for political primaries to end, and then we are given our nomination certificate to await for submission to IBC.
There are concerns about, regions such as yours, that democracy is subverted when a group of leaders sit and handpick candidates. What are your own thoughts about that?
Thank you very much for that question. I would like to say that democracy is not suppressed, democracy is not undermined. It depends on how you define democracy. In reference to the entire nation, I would like to say that democracy has not started at Mandera. If I take you back to 2007, after the post-election violence, the result was announced, and our former president, President Kibaki, was announced as the winner. But what happened in this country after violence, there were negotiations that took place, and the positions were created. We had a prime minister in this country that I can say was negotiated democracy, because the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was not president, was not elected as the prime minister of this republic. Rather, there was negotiation at the top level, and the position was created. I can say that is negotiated democracy. Number two, what happened? People perceived that Kalenjin and Kikuyus are the worst enemies in this country after the post-election violence. But I don't know, because of the common case that was there at ICC, the two principals, the president and our current president and our deputy president, were able to negotiate, bring the communities together and agree on a formula that runs up to 2022. And they agreed that up to 2022 we have President Uhuru Kenyatta as the president.
You're saying negotiations in parts of the country such as yours are necessary to keep the peace?
Yes, actually, negotiation, democracy does not is not a ground to facilitate violence among the communities. We believe that when elders sit together and they comprehensively bring on board all stakeholders of the county and they negotiate on that aspect and say who is going to get what at what time, then I think it provides internal equity and equally provide peaceful environment for the communities that coexist in a certain part of the country or the entire country. Okay,
Churchill, let me bring you in on that. What do you think about areas where, you know, councils of elders really have the say at the end of the day? Is this really proof that all politics very much is still local?
Thanks, Anne. I think this is part of development of democracy, and I think it's about customizing democracy to a given locality, because there is no universal, you know, democracy is about the will of the people, and defining the will of the people, you can have quite a diverse mechanisms of defining how to make the will of the people be known. And so negotiating positions and negotiated democracy could be one of the ways. But the contention could be is, these elders, do they genuinely represent the people? Because if they genuinely represent the people and the people have given them mandate to negotiate on their behalf, then we can authenticate that negotiated democracy. But there are instances where the elders take advantage and it becomes more of power brokerage, and the aspirants give the money and they endorse them, and it becomes a public glare and a media PR mechanism that the politicians, aspirants therefore use to go into the ground, which for me is not the best way to go in as far as this negotiated democracy is concerned. And again, looking at it, especially Mandera and I have a couple of friends of mine who are aspirants in some of these locations where negotiated democracy has been prominent, and I can tell you that anybody can be an elder.
Right, and that's actually true. Let me come to you, return to you, Mom, to the extent that we, you know, sometimes in other, well, I'll not say Mandera is, you know, an isolated case, but in many parts of the country where elders have a say, we always have, you know, another group saying, no, these are not the bona fide elders, you know, and whatnot. And at the end of the day, there's confusion as to who the bona fide holders of this traditional, if I would say, traditional offices are. Does that subvert that customized, you know, democracy that takes place in these regions when there's a power struggle even at that level?
Okay, yes, Anne, because that is the basis of what I was trying, the thesis of what I was trying to bring out, that the authenticity of the Council of Elders really need to be scrutinized, especially in terms of where they draw their power.
Right.
Because being a political season, anybody can come out as an elder and endorse anybody for monetary and economic gains.
And that's why I was posing that question to you, Mohammed. How do you claim that those who have endorsed you are bona fide leaders? I mean, how do you measure that authority?
Thank you very much. I want to start by saying that they draw their power from the people they represent, the community of the county, the many groups of sub-clans that coexist in the county. Let me take you as an example, my community, my Gari community, the community that I come from. We have 21 council of elders. The society has 20 sub-clans. Then the one is their chairman. These were actually mandated to run the community affair through a charter. We have a charter that guides the council of elders, and they have the blessing of the community. Therefore, if somebody wants to denounce their decision, he can say they don't represent me. He has the freedom of speech. But we say as people of Mandera, they truly represent the community that they are representing now, and they have the blessing of the society. Therefore, if somebody wants to reap mischief in their decision, he can do, because he has the freedom. But if you go to Mandera practically and actually reflect back into what happened in 2013, the Elders Act endorsed people on a lineup through URP ticket. There was another lineup that was running through TNA ticket. Fortunately, they later on became a coalition and formed Jubilee. But what happened, I'm telling you, there was 100% deliverance on the ticket of URP that was unanimously endorsed by the elders. I therefore say they have the mandate of the people, they have the people have a lot of belief in them, and we actually believe that that's the only way to go. Otherwise, if we leave everybody to run for himself, there will be no internal equity among the society that coexist in Mandera County or even in other parts of the country. So that's it.
All right. Let me Makudingo, your thoughts in terms of where councils weigh in and their impact on local politics and on democracy.
And I've done quite some work in a lot of these areas, the areas that are conflict prone. So you're talking Marsabit, Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, Turkana, Samburu, Isiolo, West Pokot. In a lot of these areas, unlike Meso's council of elders, in these areas, these councils of elders do more than come up during political season. They are the groups, the people that decide the grazing areas and how they are divided. They decide the watering points. They resolve conflict whenever it arises, and there is quite regularly some conflict that arise, so that they are actually institutionalized. You go to Mandera, the council of elders is known. It is not that someone will come up tomorrow and create their own council of elders. I think the only area that I've recently seen a division is West Pokot, where both Kachapin and Lonyangapu have their own councils of elders. But in the rest of the areas, even in Bungoma, where you have the Sabaot and the Luyas and the Tesos, the councils of elders are known, the members are known, they are respected. They work with the community throughout the 5 years, because regularly there is some conflict that they need to sort out, so they have the respect of the communities. I think democracy must be defined by the people. If the people decide that they will speak through their councils of elders, let them do it. I mean, that is democracy according to them. It saves us a lot of trouble. I wish that we would give...
There was a Nairobi Council of Elders.
Nairobi has no councils of elders. Everybody will create their own. But it is not just in Mandera and Marsabit. You find even in places like Migori, where there was negotiated democracy between the Kuria and the Luos, you find that the council of elders become very important, because they are respected members of society that the common Mwananchi believes as their best interest at heart. As long as they remain united, I think their division, in most cases, is usually respected, and I don't think Mandera this time is going to be different.
And I thank all my guests this half hour for their views. We're taking a short break. We're back with the wrap-up of the day's politics. Stay with us.